All right, BG Foods. We made some breakfast for dinner tonight and then some snickerdoodles for dessert. Don't look at my dirty stove. I didn't wipe it off this time. But getting the breakfast for dinner started. Getting my bacon started for dinner here. I go ahead and put a little bit of bacon grease down just to kind of grease up the pan a little bit.
And we put some mayo on the pancake.
Yep. And then later we're going to be putting bananas on our pancakes.
So good.
Here I go getting that bacon started. I cut it in half just so it sits in the pan a little easier. And then I start mixing up my pancakes. There is one secret ingredient on my just add water pancake mix that I always do that I thought I'd share with y'all. Just richens it up, adds a little flavor. Not rocket science, probably maybe even heard of it before, but of course, we're going to spice it up. I use a little bit of a riper banana. Banana maybe you might not want to eat, but you put in banana bread. Same thing, you put it in your pancakes. Butter up your skillet. And here comes that secret ingredient. We're going to grab just the yolk out of the middle of this thing. We're going to let these whites slide off the side. I'm going to drop that yolk in there and that just add water pancake mix there. Just and usually I'll leave my pancake mix maybe a little thicker than what it asks it to, so I can add a little liquid with the egg. There I go, dropping that grease in my bacon grease deal. Collecting that for another time. Add that extra white I had from that last egg in there with those other eggs. We've been using this dry rub mix on like everything. A little pepper, and I'm just going to work it around. Later I'm going to melt a little cheese on top of it. But we're just doing quick and easy breakfast for dinner tonight. It's so yummy. Bacon, eggs, pancakes. Hard to beat that. Anyways, I get these about 3/4 of the way cooked, and then I top them off. And then after that, I start working these pancakes, flipping them over. You are allowed to turn your pan or twist your pan while cooking. I don't know. I just want to share that with y'all. You don't have to leave it in the same spot. If it's easier to get to something inside of it, you can always twist it around. Drop a little butter, a little bit more pancakes. Do that 2 or 3 times.
It's a bacon, some egg.
Oh, yeah. That bacon's already crispy, baby. Flipping those over. Real easy again, guys. Just some banana pancakes. Got some butter on them. Throw that cheese on those scrambled eggs. Let that steam up a little bit. Oof. Pretty good little dinner. Now it's time for dessert. All right, so this snickerdoodles, it calls for melted butter stick. You know, not a melted butter, but a softened butter stick. I never keep them out, like no one does, I guess. So a little trick I learned, you pull some boiling water inside of a cup. Then you put your stick in there, let it sit for like 30 minutes, and you cover it, come back. It's pretty well softened, or at least good enough for cookie making or whatever baking you're doing. Put mine in the mixer here with my egg and a little bit of sugar, and we're going to cream these 3 up. Anybody made cookies knows this is step numero uno, getting these 3 ingredients going, getting those creamed. Get that rocking, bouncing around. Doesn't take too long. After a while, when it's all incorporated, we're going to add in our flour, of course, our baking soda, salt, and a little bit of baking soda. What's the other one? I forget. Anyways, slowly adding our flour here. I'm not giving y'all ingredients for y'all to make them. Mostly just show you how easy it is just to make a little extra one night. Took me like 30 minutes to do all this between dinner and then this. So, all right, cookies. Get those all incorporated. Then we're going to move them to some parchment paper, a little bit of flour down. And we're going to roll them into a cookie dough roll and put them in the fridge. Let them stiffen back up for about 30 minutes. Roll them up. Get that all ready to go.
Whoa.
Then I'm going to drop it in the fridge here in a second. And we're going to... So, all right, here they are, right back out. Right back out. Here's your snickerdoodles. my camera's sideways on this, so that's why it looks a little wonky. But drop that parchment paper on our pan, and then on the side we're just gonna do a little sugar, a little bit of cinnamon. We're gonna swirl that around and give it the old swirly poo there. All right, so then we're just gonna roll these cookie balls in the mix I just made. I kind of press it in there, and then I'll throw some on top, and I'll push it into it. Try and get it incorporated as best as possible. Do that for all the cookies, of course. Set them up. Then I like to do this as of lately. I'll get this little scoopy spoon I have, and I'll scoop a little bit of that extra stuff right on top, kind of make a little divot and drop it on top. Add a little extra. Anyways, drop them in the oven 10, 11 minutes. Let them bake and cool in the pan. And this is what you got. Little snickerdoodles. Pretty good little things, man. Not a bad dessert, excuse me. So, thank y'all for watching. Bye.